Welcome to my world.
From stage to screen, comedy to politics,
Decriminalize it.
he's cannabis's most famous and fearless celebrity. Now, Tommy Chong is ready to cut through the smoke and change the tone of Tilk Radio.
Please welcome the stoner legend himself, Tommy Chong.
Welcome to the Tommy Chong Podcast.
Yeah. That's the blues. Oh. You got me running. You got me hiding. Run, hide, run any way you want. Let her roll. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You got me doing what you want me, baby. Girl, what you want me to do? Shut up and do a podcast. That's what I want you to do. Oh, that sounds like a good idea. That was Blind Melon Chillin', y'all. Blind Melon Chillin'.
Did Blind write that?
No, Jimmy Reed. Jimmy Reed wrote that song.
That's what I thought.
Oh, my old buddy, Jimmy Reed. Jimmy Reed. Boy, you got a bad cough there, boy. You better have some doctor stick his finger next to your dick and find out what's going on with you. You ever had that done?
No.
But yeah. But
Okay, let's do Tommy Chong podcast. Let's get Tommy Chong back here.
Tommy Chong ain't here.
Come on, that's annoying. Man.
I don't give a shit. Tommy Chong ain't
I'm
here.
not
We don't
doing
need
it.
time. Everybody's talking about Tommy Chong this, Tommy Chong that. We need Tommy Chong. We don't need no Tommy Chong, man.
That's it. Enough.
Hey. So what'd you do?
Just wait.
for-
Welcome to the podcast.
I'm going to say it.
Say it. You say it.
No, you say it. What should I say?
I don't intro the podcast. You do. It's
Oh.
your show. You intro your show.
Oh, we're too good to intro the podcast, are we? Okay, this is
I don't know if I could do this. You're too annoying.
this is the Tommy Chong podcast, and we're coming to you live from.
We're not live.
Well, I'm alive.
Again, we're not live.
I'm alive.
It's a recording. We're doing a recording right now.
We're doing a recording live from the Palisades.
No.
We're doing a recording,
It's not
live recording
It's not
from
a
the Palisades.
live broadcast. It's a recording.
It's a recorded broadcast from the Palisades.
Anyways, I'm not going to talk about what I did. You talk about what you did.
The 4th of July,
Yeah.
I hid under the bed because the explosions were just scaring me.
Really?
Yeah. I kept seeing terrorists everywhere. It was just scary.
Oh my God.
No, I had a great time. Went to my daughter Robbie's for 4th of July meal, and she cooked something so good, man. She cooked that paella.
Ooh, I love her.
Oh,
She's a
God,
really good
it's
cook.
good. I had, I had 3 helpings, and I was started up for the 4th, and I said, I better not.
Is that why you have your pants pulled up so high today?
No, I'm hiding my bag. I'm hiding the Donald.
Why isn't it below the bag?
Because then my pants fall off. I got no hips, man.
Man,
So I got to make use of that bag. So
I think you
use
should just start wearing like tights, like
yeah, ballet tights.
yeah.
I think
all old men should start wearing those.
with the feet in them.
For sure, yeah. The little slip.
The
yeah.
little.
And you know what? When it's a little chilly out, put on some leg warmers. You know.
I'll have to consider that. But now,
What's funny is that Mom used to take me to dance classes with her, right?
Uh-huh.
And there would always be some fucking old dude in tights and warmers. She doesn't. I don't think there are any guys like taking her ballet anymore. But back in her day, when I used to go when I was a kid, late '80s, there was always some weird dude in there.
Yeah. Well, but back then it wasn't as popular as it is now. See, now it's so popular with the younger and the dancers. And also, Mum's elevated from the beginning, into a real professional type dance.
I'm sure there's still some dudes.
Hey, I took my tango lesson today.
But you're not wearing tights and you're not doing a jazz class.
No, I'm doing tango.
Yeah, tango's manly. Tango guys wear suits. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, tango's cool.
There's no... I mean, I shouldn't say man. I'm saying that outfit is less daunting than the tights. And
tango's cool. Tango, you're supposed to wear, manly type clothes.
Yeah.
It was a nice class. My teacher is 6'2", and she's used to be with Cirque du Soleil. Everybody on Cirque du Soleil is like 4'11", 4 foot nothing, and she was 6'2", so she was the good fairy, and they piled a headdress on her, so it made her even look even taller. She told me a great story. She said she was doing the show with at the Majestic Theater, the theater we were at.
Really?
Treasure Island.
The same one.
Yeah, the same one. And she was there, and Bill Clinton came to see the show.
Oh, really?
And then the word went back that Bill Clinton wanted to hook up with her. And
what do you mean hook up?
Well, he wanted to meet her.
Oh,
Bill.
Oh, you know what hook up means with the young kids?
What does it mean?
It means like get it on.
Well, that's Bill Clinton.
Yeah, but I mean, are you saying she wanted to meet her, or
he wanted to meet her, and then everybody's laying bets that whether or not she'd fuck him or not.
Did she? Did he explicitly say let's hang out, or no?
No. He had people, surrogates, come and tell her. It never happened.
It never happened.
No, it never happened.
So we can't break a story that Clinton, was trying to fuck your dance teacher if it didn't actually happen.
Well, Trump does it all the time, so why can't we?
Yeah, we got more integrity than Trump, dude. Come on. Man.
Come on. Don't insult me.
Yeah, the FBI decided not to come after her.
I'm so shocked.
Me too.
Oh, my God. I fell out of my bed. I was watching the bed, and just think the FBI, who's been under Barack Obama's presidency for 8 years, decided not to go after a fellow Democrat.
Well, here's the thing, man. She was chosen by Obama to do the job, right? Yeah. And then now she's running. She's a Democratic nominee, And the fact is that there's no if something happened, if there was some kind of terrorist attack, or if there was some kind of consequence of her having an unsecured server, then there'd be one thing. But man, I'm sure you could literally go after, if the FBI wanted to, they could find some charge in everybody in office right now, because that's just being human. You know what I mean? There are things that you do. There are things that people do every day that they do not even realize the severe consequences that could have if the law enforcement came after them.
And you want to know the truth?
What?
It was just a red herring out there dangling in front of the Republicans. What it did, it kept the Republicans amused. You know how we can amuse the dogs, or a cat with a ball of string and a little mouse tied to the end? Yeah. That's what that email thing was. It was just tantalizing, Oh, the word went out that, if she's in trouble, she could get indicted and she could all this. And it was just... Yeah.
It's just playing to the crazies.
Bull tucky. What do you call it? How do you say that?
Bull mucky?
Bull mucky? Bull tucky. Anyway, but no, I mean, it was just, and look at the timing of it, right after that, then Obama comes out and does a rally with her, and there's a few days left before the convention, and, what they're having a hard time doing is keeping first of all, keeping a straight face. Because Mr. Trump he's done everything he can to bury himself. The only thing he hasn't done yet is shot himself. That's the only thing he hasn't done. And I wouldn't put that past him too.
Dude, I read about this guy, this father who accidentally shot his son.
I saw that
at a gun range, and then he came out and said, "Man, it's not the gun's fault. I'm still going to be a gun nut."
Yeah,
I killed it. I screwed up, and there was a hot shell on my back, and I accidentally shot my son and killed him. I'm gonna have to live with that. But I love guns. It's not the gun's fault.
Oh, what a dildo! What an idiot! Oh yeah, I watched that show for a minute. I can't. The gun thing is just ridiculous, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, you just have to hold your nose and just, you know, wait it out, you know.
Yeah. I mean, hey, whatever, man. I think technology is just going to change that. They're going to have some fucking laser zapper, that disintegrator that's going to just, that's going to, like someone points a gun at you and you just disintegrate their gun.
You zap them.
Yeah, like just some kind of technological advance where we won't be needing to sling lead, hot lead.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, Dad? Like there's going to be something out there that just like is more effective of just dropping somebody.
I think they got it. I think they have it, but you know, but the gun lobbyists are strong enough to keep it under wraps. You know.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, they have it. You know, it's like they got smart guns. You know, why hasn't everybody got a smart gun? In other words, it's a gun that only fires if the owner fires it, uses it.
I just think it's funny because people, they talk about how they don't trust the government. They don't trust the government. They don't trust the government. Well, then, you know what? Then go fucking run for something and go be a part of the government. You know what I mean? That's it. It's like us and them. And then you know, they go, well, you know, the we have to stop tyranny. And then I'm thinking, like, what dude is going to, what president, woman or male, is going to be able to tell the officers, the generals and the army, you know, to go and kill their own people. It's ever since the Russian Revolution, where they were like, at the end of that revolution, the soldiers were like, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not going to shoot these fucking ladies, these old ladies. Man, that looks like my grandma. Yeah. I'm not going to shoot them. And I think people that talk about the Second Amendment, they forget that in the military is made up of human beings, a lot of which are relatives of people that aren't in the military.
Yeah. Exactly.
You know? Like,
Exactly.
There's no us and them. It's us.
Yeah, exactly. And the thing is, we're just going through a stage of our development, you know, where this too shall pass. Yeah. That's the way I look at it, you know, because if you get too excited about it, it's no good for the health, you know.
Yeah, no, I mean,
kick back.
I'm not excited. I just felt weird reading that story. I just felt like the dad didn't have very much remorse. Like,
no.
Did it seem like he had remorse?
No, none.
Seems like he
it reminds me of the
like. I just wondered, Dad, did he inform his son of the potential dangers of going shooting with him? Hey, son, I want to teach you how to use a gun, and then you may die. I may shoot you by accident, but I will teach you how to use a gun. Yeah,
I wanted him to be savvy around guns, and so I shot him. Yeah, he was. You did too good a job.
Is that the ultimate, like where you know you catch your kid smoking cigarettes, so you make him smoke a case?
Pack, yeah. Here, I'm going to teach you what a gun can do. There. Man, so I hope you learned your lesson.
On that note, I got a sad story that I read.
What?
And it's about this kid, this Andrew Sadek. It was on his 20th birthday. North Dakota police turned him into an informant, and because he sold $20 worth of weed, or $20 to $60 worth of weed to a narc at his school. And this school was not like a
religious.
No, it was a school. He was becoming an electrician.
Okay. A trade school.
He won a scholarship to become an electrician because he beat out the state or something like that in being an electrician. So he was like a hard-working kid learning a trade. And
he sold a narc.
And he sold some weed.
To a narc.
Some weed, okay? And the police there said, okay, you got to be an informant to us or else we can try and put you away for 40 years for selling weed.
Sure.
You know, and then they said, if you tell your parents, you tell a lawyer, we're coming after you with the full force law, and you probably won't even be able to go to school. You probably won't get to graduate. And so this kid, you know what happened? They found his body in a lake with a backpack full of rocks and a hole through his head. And then the police try to say he committed suicide. So now the mom, who lost her other son, by the way, when his truck got hit by a train. And now she lost this son to this fucking cops trying to get good kids to be informants. Wow. You know, to get that serious drug trade, bust in North Dakota.
Well, yeah, it's those states, you know, that are so behind in everything, especially moral codes.
Yeah, man.
Oh, that's sad. That's a sad story.
Very
Was
sad.
he a white kid or an Indian?
Well,
Probably a native.
He's like he's not Indian, but
Is he brown?
I don't know. He's a dark-haired kid. I don't know.
He sounds like
Sadak?
a brown kid.
Yeah, he's
Because that's how they.
he's more of a brown kid than a blue-eyed kid.
Yeah, that's why they treat him like that. And they're poor. And I grew up with families like that.
But law enforcement. To me, that's like a fireman going and starting fires.
Oh, yeah.
Put out fires.
That happens. Usually when there's a big fire, they look at the firemen.
No, why?
You're creating a job.
Yeah.
No, that's really sad. Especially, they got that antiquated marijuana, hateful devils thing. They demonize everything. Yeah. And what we have to do, our job really is to educate now. We got to educate. We got to, like I did that video where I said, that all marijuana use is medical. Yeah. And it went viral. We got to keep on that.
No, for sure. Hey, man, I mean, I think this whole, informant thing is going to bite those people in the ass. Because, when a young guy like that with a bright future.
Well, who killed him? The cops?
No, well, they think. I mean, to me, it looks like a hit. Like a hit. Yeah. Like oh yeah, you're trying to fucking narc on me. Well,
Ooh.
I mean, what else could it be? I mean, he wasn't depressed. He wasn't like
They don't grow it there, I guess. North Dakota. I guess you get it from Mexico and that. And they probably had some kind of cartel thing going.
But is there some massive drug problem in North Dakota? I don't think.
With the native kids, there would be.
What, sniffing glue and fucking and paint and alcohol and
because it's a rural country.
They ain't shit to do. That means that's code for there ain't shit to do, right?
They ain't shit to do, and they're not that smart. Obviously. Yeah. When you start digging around those places for news, like I said, I grew up in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, so I understand that mentality so well. Yeah.
Dangerously ignorant.
Oh, well, we had the good thing. Good news is that we never had a lot of proliferation. How do you say that?
Proliferation
of guns in Alberta at that time. And like Canada, you could police Canada with one Mountie per province. Yeah. Because there wasn't a lot of people around. And if you did anything wrong, sometimes they'd just tell you to, stay in your house until we come and get you. Yeah. That kind of thing. Because there's no use running because there's nowhere to run. It's too cold. And they know who you are. And that's the way it was. I had a cousin one time. He robbed a bank, but what he did before he robbed the bank, first of all, he was in a small town, Rossland, BC, and before he robbed the bank, he went to a rental agency to rent a car for his getaway. Yeah, and because he was young, they put a governor on his car so it couldn't go any faster than 30 miles an hour. And so he robbed the bank, and then he was making his getaway. And so they just phoned his dad, and said, you keep him in there. When he comes home, you keep him there. We're coming to get him after dinner. And so they arrested him, and he did a lot of time. I think he did about 4 years or something. Wow! For that stupid robbery, and he got like $12.50. Jesus, like man! And the bank teller knew him. Everybody knew him.
You sure you want to do this, Billy?
Yeah. Yeah.
I know it's you.
Yeah. Well, what was that? Remember that movie? What was it? Was Sinbad, I think, was in it? The black guy, the black comedian, and Red Fox. He was robbing or something, and he's, man, I know who that is under that mask. Well, what are you doing? You robbing me? Oh, man. That was a funny movie.
I don't remember that one.
Funny movie. So what else is happening on the front?
Well, we're going to take a break.
Okay.
You're listening to the Tommy Chong Podcast, only on CannabisRadio.com.
Dr. Dabber, hurry! Its temperature is shooting past 1,000 degrees Fahrenheit. It's burning up. I'm afraid for this little guy, it's just too late.
What caused the problem?
Only Dr. Dabber can maintain the perfect temperature for a smooth-tasting, slower burn. This standard vaporizer lost all of its health benefits, sending it up in smoke.
So you're telling me that most vapor pens burn so hot they produce smoke, not vapor?
Correct. Keep away from those standard vaporizer pens and turn to Dr. Dabber. Doctor's orders.
Less heat, more flavor.
Great websites today need expert web design and development and need to be e-commerce ready and mobile friendly. But building a marketable and profitable website can be an uphill climb. Ready to make your new website or replace your existing website? Think Orange as the new way to get in the black. Orange Hill Development works with Fortune 500 companies and offer the same top quality development service at a fraction of what other providers charge. Brands like Absolute, Carlsberg, and Nestea trust Orange Hill Development. Find out why you should trust your website with Orange Hill. Contact Orange Hill for a consultation today at orangehilldevelopment.com.
The cannabis industry is growing. Business is booming. And as new opportunities arise in newly legalized states, each market is getting more competitive. Today, it takes more than just being a good grower. Do you have the resources to market and handle this ever-changing business landscape? Let Canna Management Corporation help you grow your canna business with our vast resources and experience to make your business a fully functional service company. Financial management, HR, sales, marketing, efficiency, and more. CMC has the experience and the expertise to improve your business and help you better meet the demands of your clients and customers. Call Canna Management Corporation and let our team get you ready to grow. 415-269-8015. That's 415-269-8015. Or visit canna-management.com.
I'm Radical Russ from The Russ Belville Show.
We're here with Sir Richard Branson.
Far more damage has been done to people by the current approach.
Jim McMahon.
You know, a lot of the coaches are old school. You know, he used to just yell at us, go, oh, you bunch of pot smokers.
John Popper on the telephone.
You know, I think in the 60s there was that kind of, the bigotry wasn't so common.
It's the Russ Belville Show, the NPR of POT, weekdays live at 6 Eastern, 3 Pacific, exclusively on CannabisRadio.com.
The Tommy Chong Podcast is back, only on CannabisRadio.com.
We're back. Wow, what a beautiful day. Huh?
Yeah.
A gorgeous day. I'm actually putting myself under house arrest.
Why?
Because I just want to stay home. I don't want to go anywhere.
Yeah, I barely made it out yesterday.
Yeah, where did you didn't come by with the dogs?
No, I went to another spot, you know. I left the dogs at home for a couple hours.
Did you?
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah. But I was pretty antisocial for my 4th of July.
I don't blame you. I can take it, you know.
Yeah, it was funny because, like, people in my complex, they were having a party, and they're like, yeah, come out for, you know, it was like a 2-day party, basically.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, come have a drink. And then I'm like, yeah, thank you, but, you know, I'm good, you know. And then I realize now, like, I'm probably, like, going to be considered rude, but you know what? If I said no the first time, like, don't keep asking me. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I know. Like, you'd be cool though. You get reported. So
no, I was cool.
He's weird. Cool. He's sitting at home and just brooding.
I wasn't brooding though. I was just chilling. Like, I just don't feel like, you know.
That's the way I feel, man. You know, I got me a home in the Palisades with a pool.
You're funny because at home you're just happy just being solo. But when we're on the road, you're walking around. You will talk to anybody for as long as they want to talk to you.
Oh yeah, because that's my job.
You have two sides of that personality.
Oh, absolutely.
But people that know you, you don't feel like talking to them.
No. And people I've met before, it's embarrassing. Because I met him, you know, maybe 5 or 6. Like Dave, you know, Robbie's guy. You know, I met him a bunch of times. And finally, Robbie says, Dad, his name's Dave.
Yeah.
Talk to him.
Yeah, that took a while, too.
Yeah. You too?
Yeah, well, no, because they were, like, sneaky about it. They kind of, like, you know, like Dave's around Robbie, but Robbie never said, hey, this is the new guy I'm dating.
No.
You know?
No, all of a sudden, he just appeared.
Yeah, like, and he was there, like, a few more times, and then it was like, yeah, didn't you know they're together? And I'm like, well, no one told me.
Well, yesterday I met Debbie's mom. quite attractive lady.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah,
Debbie's beautiful.
But Debbie, well, the mom's a little more beautiful, and she kind of glided in, and she said, "Hi, I haven't seen you for a long time," and I'm kind of, in my mind trying to figure out who is this lady?
Who is this lady?
And then Robbie come up behind. Oh, Dad, that's Debbie's mom.
She knows.
Yeah,
what a good daughter.
Oh, she knows me. Everybody knows me. I got no memory. But I meet people all the time. Well, we went to a new place down in Venice to eat, a taco place. Oh, my God.
Which one? Where? That's my hood.
I know. You probably go there. It's a hangout. Everybody
on Rose?
I'm not sure where it was.
Man, come on. You were there.
I know, but it was down in Venice somewhere. But, I walked in there, and that's where I was called two things. Oh, my God, and Jesus. So I got elevated to Jesus. Jesus, what are you doing here? Oh my God, I grew up with you. It was one of those. Yeah. Those good tacos.
And you're approachable. Like a lot of, I see a lot of like really famous people.
Oh yeah.
And then they make it a point to not look approachable.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
But I get it. It turns into a fucking meet and greet your whole life, and then you're like,
yeah,
and that could be annoying. Like I see, like your fame, you have just the right, perfect amount of fame.
Yeah.
Where you're not getting mobbed, and people can actually be real with you. Yeah. But you still get recognized enough.
Yeah, no, it's what you put out,
But like I saw Al Pacino like at the Beverly Hills Hotel, and he was kind of, head down, kind of like walking fast, doesn't
want to be bothered.
I mean, that's fucking Scarface. I mean, he's a legend to a lot of people.
Oh, yeah.
Scarface, Godfather.
Well, he's done so many. He's an actor, see.
Yeah, but I mean, not everybody does legendary parts where. Like
all his career,
like the whole career. Like the whole, the rap industry. Like, yeah. I mean, everyone fucking watches Scarface, and learns that. Like, that's there's like a couple movies out there that are like
iconic. Yeah.
No, but like school for hoods.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if you want a life of crime, you need to watch these movies,
Yeah. Especially Scarface.
I mean, Scarface has a lot of great just business business things.
He did the best Spanish accent for a non-Spanish speaking guy.
He's supposed to be Cuban.
He's supposed to be Cuban.
But I like the one part where the lawyer says, "Tony, you got caught with $1 million cash and a few kilos of coke. What what do you expect?" And he's like, "All right, hey, I don't know. Hey, listen, man, I know the deal. Yeah, well, where we're gonna start here? You go high, I go low. You know what I mean?" And that's I love that. That was such a great. I know how to negotiate. You go high, I go low.
Oh, that was such a cool movie.
And it got panned, by the critics.
Of course. Well, who did it? What's his name? He's a big Cheech and Chong fan.
Michael Mann?
No. The other guy.
I had him on.
He did a ton of movies. Look it up if you get a chance.
I had him on the tip of my tongue.
Yeah. But anyway, Cheech and I met him. He's a big fan.
He is?
Yeah. We... Because that came after Cheech and Chong, I think.
Yeah.
Scarface.
Oh, Brian DePalma. Yeah. Brian DePalma and Coppola were like, they were the top kind of Italian American directors, huh?
The best. The best
crime drama directors.
Yeah, I think Coppola was so classic because he was a godfather.
Yeah, but Coppola did The Godfather and he did, Apocalypse Now, which is like, Apocalypse Now I think it's one of the most masterpiece films around. Man.
Yeah.
Like visually, like the tone, the music, the cast, the story. Yeah. Wow, man, it took you to another world, And
he used actors like no one's ever used them before or since.
It was
like Martin Sheen's character, Apocalypse, he was that quiet grunt, this did his thing, and then Marlon Brando as that badass.
And then to think like when what happened and when that Marlon Brando came in like 200 pounds overweight, and they were like, holy shit, you're supposed to be like the top commander. What are we going to do? And then he wouldn't read his lines or learn his lines. But he made it work, man.
Oh, he pulled it off.
Put him in shadows and just made it work. And you know what's weird? It was like that movie just showed you this such a new and unique look at war.
Yeah.
I've never seen a movie. Usually, they're army movies, they're war movies. It's
they're innocents going off to war and getting killed, meeting girls and falling in love, and then the next day they're going off, or they're saving their friend,
or holding their ground because against insurmountable odds.
You go ahead, I'll stay here and hold them off until you get help.
Yeah. But it was rad because he's like, they go up, to Cambodia where the headhunters live.
Yeah, I love that.
And there's still cultures out there that are like one generation removed from that real rootsiness,
And I love Robert Duvall's part.
Oh yeah.
I love the smell of napalm in the morning.
My God, he was like the best. Yeah.
Wasn't he the best?
And that shot of the helicopters coming in. And they're playing the March of the Valkyries or whatever, and then dun 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 dun. That looked like, man, that's how you go into an attack. Just dun 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 dun.
Oh yeah, it's a cool movie, and the whole thing.
Yeah, but it was written by a surfer. That's why it was so cool.
It was written by a surfer. Yeah. That's why he wanted to surf.
Yeah,
in the middle of the war. Yeah, waves breaking. Yeah.
Get my 9.6 Yater spoon. Yater is a surfboard shaper from Santa Barbara.
Oh,
yeah. It was like a real. Yeah, that's a real board he was talking about.
Oh yeah, great movie. Great movie. And that came out in the 70s? Yeah, 70s.
Really?
Yeah, or 80s. Wasn't 60s. Yeah. What a good movie. Well, Coppola is a genius. And then he starts his wine company.
Yeah, but that one, I saw the behind the scenes, and that one was like an almost impossible movie to finish. Like,
oh, sure.
Like he did it on location in fucking Vietnam, right? Like that's just
budget.
Nuts.
Yeah. And everybody goes crazy, you go a little crazy in the bush.
1979.
79, yeah. Right, yeah. We did Up in Smoke in 78, 77. We shot it 77, released 78, and 79. What a year for movies, huh?
Yeah, man.
Apocalypse, wow.
And you know who got his first acting role in there? What's that black dude's name? I love that guy. He's so good.
The Machine Gun?
Larry Fishburne.
Oh, yeah.
He was like 16 years old or something like that.
Yeah, he was a kid on the Machine Gun.
Yeah.
The boat.
Yeah.
He was on the boat. Yeah, Larry Fishburne.
Dennis Hopper. He was amazing in that, man.
The photographer.
Yeah, man.
Did I tell you, I met Larry Fishburne at a music awards thing.
Yeah.
And he followed me around.
Yeah, he's a big fan, right?
We were best buddies for that night.
Yeah.
He was a big fan. I tried to get him to come to Dancing with the Stars, but I don't think he was in town.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, when I was on Dance with the Stars, I couldn't think of anybody, any friends, but I thought, Larry Fishburne would be cool.
Yeah.
I try to get...
Yeah, but it's hard to get Larry Fishburne because he's fucking busy.
Always. Yeah.
He must work on like 3 or 4 films a year.
Yeah. Easy.
Constantly working, man.
Easy.
Constantly.
Yeah, Jeff Goldblum, too.
He must feel like a stranger in his house.
Yeah, you do. It depends on your house, Yeah, that's why a lot of marriages and that, they don't make it.
I mean, if you're making that many films, you might as well buy your own trailer and just rent it out to the studio.
They tried that. It doesn't work.
Why?
What's his name? Don Johnson had his own trailer.
Uh-huh.
He had a special made trailer.
Yeah.
It wasn't good because he'd hole up in the trailer with a bottle.
Well, that's Don, man. That's Don going through some issues.
Yeah. No, what they do, they'll rent anything you want. You know that famous saying.
Yeah, I told you that one. If it flies, floats, or fucks,
rent it. You kids out there, you listen to the good advice. Flies, floats, or fucks, rent it.
It's true, man.
Yeah. We ready for another break?
No. Why are you running for breaks?
I don't know. I'm just getting antsy.
That's not your job. It's my job.
It's your job. So what else is on the internet?
The internet? You're not up to date?
No. I read the Twitter a lot. I don't do Facebook as much as I should.
Yeah, you do.
No, I'm saying, there's certain segments of Facebook that I used to pay more attention to, like the messages.
Well, oh yeah. So Rio's falling apart, man.
Oh, it is.
So they found antibiotic resistant bacteria in the ocean where all these world class athletes are going to be performing.
Do you see what happened to Florida's water?
What happened to Florida?
Oh, because of the spillage from the lake that's in Florida.
Uh-huh.
And what happens, all the fertilizer and that drains into the lake.
Oh,
and then when the lake overflows, they pump it into the ocean.
Uh-huh.
Well, anyway, it created a sludge. What do you call that stuff that grows?
Algae?
Algae. And it's thick algae, and it smells like a cross between rotting meat and sewers.
Oh,
man. And it's just fucked up everything. All the fish are dying because they're not getting the oxygen. The plants are dying and they're not getting the sunlight. And if it keeps up, if they don't do something about it, Florida's going to be a very dead eco.
Well, there's already a big, huge dead zone where the Mississippi River comes out in the Gulf of Mexico.
Oh, because of the fertilizer.
Yeah, because all the fertilizer from all of the Midwest states
goes right
into that river, flows out to the Gulf of Mexico.
All poison.
Right there.
It's all poison.
Yeah, and it's just
poisoning everything.
And the whole, from the top to the bottom of the food chain just gets
well, you know what they do? They move.
Yeah, they just don't go there, man.
They move. They
because if there's no food there, you won't survive. So you got to go where there's food.
They leave. Dead zone, boom, and they're somewhere else.
And then also in Brazil, the police, are like kind of striking, and they're saying publicly, we can't protect you.
Yeah,
we don't get paid enough. We can't protect you.
Well, they're doing what they do, holding everybody hostage.
Well, man,
that's what they do. They stop you for anything, and it depends how much money you got.
I mean, how are tickets? I mean,
last night this girl told me that she was in New Mexico and she got stopped by the cops, and she had a joint or something on her, and so they took her to the bank and literally made her empty her bank account. Took all her money that she had in the car, took everything of value, and made her empty her bank account, her credit card.
Wow.
And then send her on her way.
That's one of those forfeiture things?
Yeah.
Oklahoma's like that?
Yeah. New Mexico, you got to be very careful. If you're driving, you got to be very careful there.
Yeah.
Or if you're doing anything, because that's how these guys get paid. And that's what that's how they get paid. They're gangs with a
carry
with
a cashier's
badge.
check.
Well, first of all, I'm with all the basketball players and the golfers and that. They're not going near there. They're staying away. Yeah. Hey, what do you think of Durant going to the Warriors, huh?
I think he wants to win a championship.
I think he got tired of Oklahoma City.
People are calling him that's the biggest pussy move because they're the ones that beat him. Because he had his team had 4 chances to beat them and go on. It's like, and?
Well, LeBron did the same pussy move. He went to Miami.
No, but apparently Miami didn't beat Cleveland. It's you know what? And then people are complaining because Chris Paul's trade to the Lakers was denied.
Oh, it got denied?
Yeah, well, that's a while back.
Oh, yeah.
So they're going, what's that all about?
Well, Chris Paul's not stupid. He doesn't want to go to a sinking ship,
No, Chris Paul wanted to go to the Lakers, and they wouldn't allow the trade.
Oh, because
the NBA did not allow it, but they're allowing this.
Yeah, they're allowing the Durant to go
to the Warriors. It's kind of like,
why not? Why not? I think go for it, man. You can win a championship. Go with the best. If you're in a band and
get your ring and then go on. Go back to your Oklahoma and then try to get another one after you've learned what it takes to get a ring.
Yeah, be a hero. Yeah, if you want, or if they change coaches or whatever, because Steve Kerr, the Warriors coach. Of course, it's Steph Curry, and the boys hitting those 3-pointers, but it's Steve Kerr that's that steady hand like it was with Pat Riley, and so they can take the Warriors should have won that championship. It's just that LeBron wanted it more than they did.
Yeah, I mean, listen, LeBron came and he played. He was first in everything.
Everything.
That's just
everything.
I mean, that's unbelievable, right? Like everything.
Yeah, and then when he
however, the controversy I see was that one guy who was guarding him so well got ejected.
Yeah.
So I feel like the refs had.
What?
Made some pivotal. Listen,
the guy fucked up.
The guy fucked up.
He did that kick. That stupid.
But I feel like old school refs would be like,
let it go.
Yeah.
Well, not suspend them.
Well, yeah, exactly. Like suspend them after the fucking series.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? But let them play.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that really turned the tide.
Well, that did it, and then
Steph Curry getting thrown out for that one game because of the. Because throwing the thing, but those are all rules, and they got him to bite.
Yeah, they did, and I think.
I think too. It's like when you come back from a 4-1, the odds start stacking against you. You know what I mean, Dad?
That's the first time in history, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like one of the 10 times, something like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
After 4.
And in the finals, I think that's the first time in history.
Yeah. You're down 3 games. And then you come back and win it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that was pretty intense.
That's really intense. But now we'll see what happens.
Okay, let's take our last break right now.
Okay. Just a minute. Let's take a break now.
You're listening to the Tommy Chong Podcast, only on CannabisRadio.com.
Play as Ted Growing, expelled botany sophomore and the biggest grower in town, only on Weed Firm Replanted. Available on the App Store and Google Play.
It's a lot of work being the biggest grower in town. Maintaining a room full of plants while dealing with a slew of eccentric customers? From a hardcore partier to the curious neighbor next door.
Is anybody home?
Help me expand my bud business by unlocking new strains, customizing my grow room, and completing challenges that you can't get enough of. Grow your empire so big you can see it from space. Low on funds? Don't worry. Weed Firm Replanted is free to download.
Download Weed Firm Replanted for free on the App Store and Google Play today. Get growing, Mr. Growing.
While the feds and state are doing their dance, you still need to transact business and manage your cash. Go professional and let your customers pay with PayQuick. They pay you and they earn rewards points. PayQuick connects to your bank account for free and secures all of your transactions. And with PayQuick, you can pay your producers and processors for free. Plus, it pays to have it because it makes depositing your cash safe and so easy. No cops, no crooks, just compliance and comfort, knowing you have your cannabis business in check with PayQuick. PayQuick, the safe and easy way to pay. PayQuick.com.
The next generation of vaporizers has arrived. Vuber vaporizers are blazing the way with unparalleled technology for oil, concentrate, or dry flower pens. Providing unsurpassed customer service and expert craftsmanship, Vuber vaporizers use cutting-edge technology, providing a power-packed, smoother vapor with a lifetime guarantee. Experience vaporizing the way it was meant to be. The Vuber way.
Educator, author, and advocate Dr. Mitch Earlywine is here to tackle the burning issues.
And I'm here to clear up the myths about cannabis and burn them away with science.
CannabisRadio.com presents a no-holds-barred platform that seeks to redefine and revolutionize the entire scope of the cannabis culture while opening the door for more to join the cannabis crusade.
Dr. Kevin Hill.
You can't ignore the fact that, like alcohol, most people who use don't have a problem. So I think that you need to think about policy in that way while educating people properly about marijuana. I think that's the way to go.
Burning Issues, only on CannabisRadio.com.
The Tommy Chong Podcast is back, only on CannabisRadio.com.
Hey, we're back. I want to see, let's take a break. So every time we go to take a break, you tell me and I'll see. But we're not going to take a break now. We came back from a break. So don't get confused if you're listening to it. So what else you want to talk about?
It's my show, huh?
Well, you're the producer.
Well, they're saying that they want to... People are pissed and they want Jesse Williams to be fired from Grey's Anatomy for saying that speech about black people. They're saying that if a white person was up there, that's unacceptable.
Well, that's the black awards.
Yeah, and I just say, well, white people weren't enslaved for hundreds of years in this country.
And it's a black award show.
And then also treated like second-class citizens for the next 100 years. And then, to this day, are statistically getting fucking beat up and shot and killed and incarcerated more than any other fucking race. But, white boys have it hard too, right?
Yeah.
Dude, I don't understand. Like, the whole Black Lives Matter, it pisses people off so much that all lives matter, all lives matter. It's like, I don't understand. I don't understand how you can't get it. How you can't get the fact that people are treated like Rodney King to this day.
Yeah.
It wasn't over after Rodney King.
No.
People are getting Rodney King all the time.
All the time.
All the fucking time.
Yeah.
And cities are paying through the roof for that shit.
Well, look at Trump. Trump's a good example. 30 years ago, Trump opened a golf course in Palm Springs where he admitted everybody, regardless of color, creed, everything. Now, 30 years later, Trump is one of the most prejudiced, bigoted, racist guys on the planet. Why? Because there's money involved. There's a presidency involved, and he's trolling for his only constituents, which are the racist white guys. So he'll say whatever he has to say, but he'll have the black friends. He'll have the like he has.
I'm listening to what's that called? What's the podcast called? It's like the really liberal.
Tom Hartman?
No, the really liberal Daily News. It's called
the Progressive. No,
Democracy Now.
Oh yeah, that's Tom Hartman.
No, it's not Tom Hartman. It's
but doesn't he have a show called Democracy Now?
It's anyways, they had this guy on who's basically an expert on Trump, and he's this journalist who's actually dying of cancer right now.
Oh yeah.
And he wrote.
Trump made fun of him.
He wrote,
"Hey, you're dying. Man, what good are you? You're dying. You can't."
He wrote like he's done more research on Trump than anybody, and he was saying for Trump to say he's a self-made man is just so ridiculous because it was his dad's influence and connections politically and with the mafia that made every single thing happen for Trump.
Yeah. And my take on Trump. I said it last night. It was kind of cool. Because I thought about it. Trump made his mark basically taking, properties that have been, either shuttered or, at a bargain.
Yeah.
They got broke and they got a bargain. And so that's what he did with the Republican Party.
Yeah.
That's exactly what he did. It was like no one was interested in it. It was dying. And so what he did, he said, "Oh, I got this one."
Well, I think he saw where the Tea Party was taking it. And he says, "Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, they want that. Okay, I'll give it to him."
Yeah.
Because this guy is really smart. Because he called out the press. The press calls, "Oh yeah, Trump's just tapping into this populism. And he goes, "Populism, man. Populism is when the people revolt against the elite." And the guy says, "Fucking Trump is more elite
than anything.
He's more connected and plays more fucking elite games than anybody. And what it is, it's just naked racism.
Yeah,
it's fucking naked racism, man.
Yeah." Yeah, it's just blatant in your face.
Yeah, he's tapping into the people that are upset that Obama's in office.
Yeah, and that been in office, and that now they don't want anything like Obama or anything in a skirt for sure.
Yeah,
anything colored, anything.
Meanwhile, we're doing pretty damn well with Obama in there. It's like
no kidding. No kidding. And the thing is that the BritX, BritX.
Oh, did you hear the guys, they both resigned.
Yeah.
Both the guys that fucking pushed it.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm out. I can't do it.
No, because they didn't think they were going to win. It was just because they were ahead of they're cheerleaders.
But they were stoking a bunch of racist fucking nutcases.
Yeah, just see how far they could go. And then they said, "Oh, I'm not part of that." Well, look what happened. The teachers, everybody's wages just dropped.
Yeah.
Just you can't sustain. Everything else, stays the same, but the wages just went into the toilet.
Oh man! So you drive a Tesla. Did you hear about the guy that died?
Yeah, the automatic. They said he was watching the movie, but isn't that what you're supposed to be able to do?
No, you're actually at this stage with the technology they have now. You're supposed to be paying attention.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be like,
What happened?
You're supposed to co-pilot.
He ran into a wall or something?
No. A tractor truck that had a white side was pulling in like across the highway. Right?
Oh, and it never detected
and the
it.
sensor couldn't detect that
soon enough
for the sky and that color was making it hard for the detection, so that it didn't detect anything. So you, were, as the driver, were supposed to detect that. It's not at that advanced where you can plug in an address and just fucking
go to sleep.
Chill. Everything's going to take time.
Yeah, well, that's why he was a test driver. He was supposed to be testing it.
Yeah.
And he failed the test.
Yeah, so I think it's a good lesson. It's like, don't. Yeah. It's like, what it reminds me of? It reminds me of hearing about stories. There are people that took, their maps, their, what are those called? On the cars, the ones that tell you where you're going?
Yeah. Yeah, the GPS.
Yeah. And they were like, they took it so seriously, they were like driving into lakes, It said like, take a right turn here and fucking boom, there's a lake there. And they're like, well, they told me to take a right turn.
That happened to me. I put mine in the Prius.
Yeah.
And I'm going to the Mountain View golf course.
Yeah.
And I ended up beside the freeway, and then the thing goes, "You have reached your destination." And I looked around, and I'm stopping, and the guy stopped. He recognized me. Stopped. "What's up, Chong?" I says, "Where's the golf course?" He says, "Oh no, it's around the corner. It's up there, up the hill." Keep going.
Yeah.
But you have reached your destination.
Yeah, man. It's getting better and better.
But that's what happened. It sensed. It couldn't tell the difference between sky and
the color of this car.
The color of the car.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
Yeah.
And so they'll have to adjust that.
Yeah, I mean, everything that happens, like this technology advances That's why your phone and that's why everything we have right now has an update.
Yeah.
It constantly sends new information.
I just
updates
learned
the software.
how to do the vocal thing on my phone.
Oh, you mean to text and stuff?
Oh, yeah, to talk. Did I tell you what Fran Grace, Fran's mom, the old Jewish lady, she's blind and everything else. And she was trying to get that thing, the voice activated thing. And so Fran told her how to do it. And so, but Grace left out, she got an accent, I guess. She goes, "Hello, Googler." And they didn't understand her. "Hello, Googler."
Siri.
It's not working.
Isn't it Siri?
It's Siri or whatever, but she was saying, "Hello, Googler."
Do you want to Google?
Says, yeah, and she says, and Fran says, "No, honey, you don't do that. She don't respond to that." She says, "Why? Why doesn't she respond to that? Why doesn't she know?" Something like, why is she like that? She understands what I'm saying, doesn't she? Oh, it was so funny. Harvey and I, we just laughed. We heard that one. Hello, Google.
That's pretty funny, man.
Well, like that story that Cochise, his old native Indian, he was in Paris.
Right.
In fact, I met him in Paris. He's a hairdresser.
Yeah.
Like he's Cherokee or Cree Indian, native Indian, with a sense of humor. Those guys, man, they, like he's a professional native, that kind of guy, wears hair and braids and everything else.
Yeah.
And he told me he was in Paris at a hospital visiting a friend, and he kept hearing this guy next to him say, with the curtain around the thing, "Nice. And so Cochise wanted to see what was so nice. So he opened the curtain in there, and the guy was trying to say nurse.
Oh, nice.
He was saying nice. That was funny.
Yeah, Siri's not really good with accents, but I think they're getting better.
Siri, hello, Googler.
Yeah, people are mad about this Durant trade.
I bet.
They're pissed.
But they did that with LeBron. Remember, they burned him in effigy and all that shit.
Yeah.
And that's stupid. Come on, these guys got to make a living.
I read this one. My friend posted this one where it was a rant about the Lakers gave $17 million to this white boy.
Yeah.
This center guy. He's not very good, apparently. And this guy, Laker fan, true Laker fan. Well, he says, "Man, I don't know what it was, but I was dead asleep last night. But I woke up at 4 a.m. and checked the news, and I saw that the Lakers paying $17 million for this motherfucker. And he says, man, what's Jerry Buss's son's name?
Jim.
Jim Buss should be fucking taken out and shot, and that dumbass and everything. He says, I knew something was wrong. My body knew something was wrong. Woke my ass up.
Man. Everything, there's a time and place for everybody. Man. The Lakers had a great run. Run. How many championships? 6, 8, something like that. Ridiculous run. Like Boston, back in the day, they had their time. Everybody gets their time.
It's exciting too because, well, it's maybe not. You know what? I have to say that, you lose Jerry Buss, you lose Jerry West.
Yeah.
You still have Mitch Kupchak.
Yeah.
But is he enough?
No,
I mean, you need some help.
I met Jim Kupchak. I met Mitch.
Yeah,
on the plane.
Yeah,
you were there.
Yeah, he was a nice guy, and
he's so funny. He's so tall, he couldn't even stand up in the plane.
Yeah, of course.
He couldn't stand up. He's hunched over. He's 6'11".
They're always hunched over. Yeah,
6'11". I said, "Are you going to keep Brian Scott, the coach?"
Yeah.
And he looked at me, and goes, "What do you think I should do?"
Yeah.
It was so cool.
Yeah, I mean, I guess those guys, they run into really passionate fans a lot, and you can't just dismiss your fan.
No.
That's your fan, you know. And yeah, man, I thought that was pretty magnanimous that he, that he
what a great answer. What a great answer.
And
yeah, because he recognized me who I was.
It showed that job is very humbling. He's trying to do his best and getting criticized every which way.
Yeah. Well, especially with Jim trying to run the show. Because he doesn't have. You see, that's exactly what would happen if Trump became president.
Yeah,
he would be making bonehead moves one after another. If that ever happened, something happened and all of a sudden Trump was the president. That would be his worst nightmare.
Yeah, man. Why not just?
Because to begin with, he would have Secret Service watching him wipe his ass. He couldn't. I mean, you have to be able to be incarcerated. That's why I turned down some television series, because I didn't like being in jail. Because when you sign up to a series, it's like, being a president. All of a sudden, they tell you when to eat, what to wear, what to say, what not to say, who to say hello to, who to talk to, when to visit your family, when you're stuck.
But it's scary is...
There's nothing glamorous about it.
But I just wonder, Jim Buss inherited this team.
I know Jim. He's a great guy. I know him.
But,
He's a sweet guy.
But you got to make some moves. You know what I mean? You got to.
Well, Jerry was the original guy. See, Jerry knew how to, wheel and deal in the market.
For sure.
And the first thing Jerry West did was hire the best people. Jerry West, the coach.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. He got you need it. You need the best coach. You need the best general manager.
Yeah, because you got to attract the players, and the players aren't fucking stupid.
And you got to know which one's going to work out.
They're going to look at the organization and go, "Oh man, I don't think so, man."
See, Lakers at one time, everybody wanted to play with the Lakers, because you get paid. And they're on a winning team.
They have a downtime, but the downtime doesn't last very long.
No.
It's pretty short,
especially when you're winning. When you're winning, you don't have any downtime. And
but like they're rebuilding. Like, remember when they had Nick Van Exel and that was their rebuilding years?
I knew
and Divock. And all those guys, they ended up being pivotal players for their teams. After they left the Lakers, but the Lakers were struggling. But they were very talented players. I wonder who the next Shaq is going to be. Who the next?
Well, I think
Kobe Bryant.
I think everybody's looking for Steph Curry. I think that's the flavor of the day.
And
if you got
Dad, you have Steph Curry was born from NBA pedigree, and was literally created. Like he had a coach from day one, teach him
like Tiger Woods.
Yeah, like Tiger Woods, but even more so because Tiger Woods' dad was not a PGA, champion. You know what I mean? And when you have that level of, and then a father that's going to pay attention to the details and kind of and then you have a kid that's coachable like that. Because I think a lot of fathers don't want to be their coach and don't want to be because they want to have that relationship with their kid. They don't want to have that, that fucked up relationship.
Well, it depends. What it is that if the kid's got talent, then you move in and then you do what you gotta do.
or move out and get someone really good in there because he's got talent.
It depends on the temperament of it all.
Yeah.
But that's right now. That's why Durant is such a find for the Warriors, because he's a big man that can shoot that outside shot. So he's a scoring champion.
Like, if you ask the fans, is that fair? I'd put money on it that 90% of the fans in the NBA would be like, no, that should not happen.
Oh, give me a break. That's how you win. It's like playing poker and all of a sudden, oh no, you got too many kings. Give me a king.
But it's weird because when you got a championship team like the Warriors, right, that went to the finals and we're up 4-1.
And when
or 3-1.
They won a championship first time in 56 years.
Yeah.
So give me a fucking break.
And then you have Kevin Durant that's been in, I don't know, not the finals, but like the semifinals. And
a few times
quarterfinals.
The quarterfinals,
and is like one of the top, all-star.
Scoring
He's an all-star, right?
Scoring leader. Yeah, scoring. Yeah.
I mean, that's...
he's got that outside shot. He's got the drive for the basket. He's 6'11".
And he's got that. I think he also has that temperament that it doesn't have to be his team.
No, he's got a
he doesn't seem like he has that temperament that I have to be the fucking star.
What's his partner at
Russell Westbrook?
Oh, Westbrook. See, Westbrook is going to be the one that's hurting.
Yeah, or he's going to show how good he really is. We'll see.
No.
Who's
gonna take over that scoring thing? The reason Westbrook can drive and do everything he does is because they're worried about Durant hitting that open shot. And there's a lot of energy that goes into Westbrook's game, and he's going to burn out in no time.
That very physical game. Ooh. That's why you look at Steph Curry and I see a long future. A long future because
he shoots a 3-pointer. He shoots from center court,
and he's slight, and guys don't get injured that much.
But you know what it means when you sink him from center court? You don't have to run down to the end of the thing and run back. You know what I mean? You only have to run half a court, throw it in, score, come back, walk back.
That's true, man. That's true.
Those guys that hustle, have to, like LeBron James. LeBron James left so much on the floor, man. That guy, he did everything he could do to win. And oh man, I don't think he'll ever repeat that performance again.
All right, Dad, that's enough for today. We're gonna have you play us out.
Okay, little blues.
Yeah, I like the blues. Give me some blues, or like a Bo Diddley kind of shuffle or something like that. I don't know. Oh, you got your mic cords.
It's okay, man. I'm a blues guy, and I don't have to do it. I can do this shit. Let's see, Bo Diddley. Oh, Mona. You know what I liked about Bo Diddley?
What?
He was all man, and he would sing songs about going over to his best friend's house and fucking his old lady.
That's not real nice, man.
Oh, this is great though. He would tell you, Mona, what I'm gonna do. Build my house next door to you. When you see me peeking through the blind, I forgot the rest. Oh, Mona. Oh, Mona. Oh, what was it? Going down to Bearcat's home. Bearcat not at home. I can't remember those songs anymore.
That's good. Yeah.
The opinions expressed on this CannabisRadio.com program are those of the guests and hosts and do not necessarily reflect those of the staff and management of CannabisRadio.com. Any rebroadcast or redistribution without proper consent of CannabisRadio.com is prohibited.